heavy rains over the past few days, but some people in Bluff City say there's more than just water standing in their yards. For the past several months, they've been experiencing problems with their sewer system. Bluff City leaders are trying to work out a plan for a much-needed upgrade, but the problem is literally overflowing into the yard of a Bluff City home. News Channel 11's Micah Smith talked to the homeowners who say they are fed up and desperately want the city to come up with a permanent fix.
Josh, several Bluff City residents reached out to us wanting to know what exactly the problem is with the city's sewer system. Today, I went in search of the answer to that question. Crews wouldn't let me get too close because they said it was a safety concern. Still, I found out the city is aware of this inconvenient and hazardous sewer problem and is working on it. When Tommy and Mary Moore came back from their Christmas vacation, they came home to a stinky surprise.
Smell. I mean, it being in your yard, it's come over into our yard on both sides of the driveway. It's just terrible.
For the fourth time in 6 months, Bluff City sewer overflowed, spewing sewage into their backyard.
It was just covered with, tissue and just sewage.
Moore says he immediately called City Hall and asked Public Works to come down and fix the problem. The town did, but Moore says his family wants to know why this keeps reoccurring.
This is basically a failing pump station that we've had here in Bluff City for several years.
Bluff City Public Works Director Hugh Thomason says a failing pump is causing the overflow.
Typical lifespan for a station like this is about 20-25 years. And this was built back, best of my knowledge, from what I understand, back in the 80s.
Thomason says now, every time it rains for a long period of time, the lowest point along the sewer line, which is the Moore's backyard, is flooded with sewage.
It pushed this clean-out cap off here and allowed sewer to flow down their driveway.
Thomason says the city received rural development funding, which will allow his department to buy and build a new pump. But I asked Thomason, what until then?
There's always a possibility if you get a heavy, significant amount of rain, but we've got electricians and men working on doing everything we can to keep the station operating until the construction starts.
For now, Thomason says workers cleaned up the mess and the yard is safe, but Moore and his family are skeptical. Now that they've cleaned it up a little bit, do you feel any better about it?
Well, you don't know how far it's gone into the ground.
Public Works Director Hugh Thomason says the new pump will go out to bid within the next 30 to 60 days, and once construction begins, it should be installed and functioning within 1 to 2 months. Josh?
Micah Smith getting some answers tonight. City leaders hope to complete the entire process by June.